Ever wonder what it would be like to pitch your business idea on the television show Shark Tank? And then drive three of the sharks into a bidding frenzy so that you could walk out the door with $800,000 in cash and credit, and then triple the size of your business in the next 12 months. Well, check out this snippet from an interview I did with Joe Altieri, inventor of FlexScreen, the world's first flexible window screen. What was your thought relative to your business model? In other words, let's say you could patent this and you could manufacture it and you could sell it somehow. Who did you think you were going to sell it to?
So again, because I was in the window industry, there were a couple different avenues that I could explore. You know, one of the big window companies, maybe I can just sell the patent to them. One of the window screen suppliers, most window screens are not produced by the window manufacturers anymore; they're produced by large window companies, and so. You know, maybe one of those guys might want to, buy this or license it or something like that. Truthfully, when I came out of the garage and I had something that worked, I was just surprised that I had something. So I was open to absolutely any way of getting it out into the world.
Interesting.
And yeah, and again, just some fortunate things that had happened with my journey. I got an NDA from I got an attorney. They gave me an NDA so I could actually start showing it off a little bit to see if it was just more than just my excitement. Could I get some excitement out in the industry as well? We did invest in getting the patent search and at least the first patent application. That was a personal investment from my family and I. So we started showing it off into the industry, and we had an offer from an equipment company in our industry, and they said, "Look, we'd love to buy this idea from you, this patent application and this idea." And I reached out to a personal friend who was in he owns several companies. Some of them actually control IP, and he owns some IP. Mm-hmm. And I just laid it out in front of him and said, "What should I do here? I don't know. I don't know how to grow this. I'm a sales guy at heart. I've never grown a business. And what should I do? Should I sell it? What should I do?" And he took some very of his valuable times, took an entire afternoon, sat down with me, looked at the whole opportunity, and then just said, "Give me a couple days. Let me think about this. Let me let me come back to you with my suggestions." And that was on a Thursday. He came back to me on a Monday and said, "If I were you, I wouldn't sell it. This looks like it's a huge opportunity. And I can actually help guide you if you're interested. I can invest myself, and I also have some other people that have invested with me in the past, and I can help you to grow this business if this is something that you want to do." And so he was my first investor, and actually introduced me to our first team of investors. So again, very fortunate that I had that in my life, but. I think there's a lesson there as well for some of your listeners. If I wouldn't have reached out and been humble, if I would have thought that I knew what everything, I never would have put this in front of him, and probably never would have gotten to the point where our business is today. So.
That's great. Yeah, it's good. I think it was Dirty Harry who said, "Man's got to know his limitations."
That's it. Absolutely. I am quite aware of how much I don't know.
Well, that's good. Good on you. It seems like the older I get, the more I figure that out. Well, yep. And, it is interesting and fortuitous, as you say, that person was in your life. But that also, to me, sounds like the first strategic investor that came into this business. This was a person who had more to bring than just a checkbook. They also had this experience with IP, intellectual property. They knew other investors. They knew a lot that you didn't know about how to leverage an innovation like you had created. So for instant access to the full interview, go to radiofreeenterprise.com, type Shark Tank into the search box, and then click on the image in the search results. Once you're on the interview page, you can watch or listen now, or download the audio to your computer, tablet, or phone to listen later. And if you're looking for a specific topic or keyword you heard here, maybe somebody's name or name of a company, type Control F or Command F on a Mac to search the transcript and find what you're looking for.